In this video, I'm showing you how you can learn the pull-up the fastest way. It's a skill that's worth working for. Why? Because it's far more than just a back exercise. In fact, this exercise will improve your full body stability and strength, as it also requires grip strength, arm strength, and core strength. Even your quads and glutes are engaged. Achieving one pull-up is opening up a whole other spectrum of exercises that you can learn afterwards, like weighted pull-ups, ring pull-ups, a muscle up, and kipping pull-ups. And the grip strength will carry over to so many other exercises like deadlifts, bent over rows, and toes to bar. Therefore, a pull-up shouldn't be missing in your skill set. As you're watching this video, you're probably struggling, maybe even for years, to get your first one. This could be either due to lacking technique, not doing the right progressions for your level, or because you don't do the progressions often enough. Don't worry, I have been at this point myself. When I finally learned the most efficient way, I taught my technique to hundreds of clients that thought that they would never get a pull-up, that they are just not capable, too heavy or too unfit. But the truth was, they were all capable but didn't use the right method. That means if they can do it, you can do it as well. In this video, I'm revealing to you everything that you need to know to get your first pull-up the fastest way without detours. Let's jump into the perfect technique of the pull-up and the optimal progressions for you to start with. We want to start with a shoulder width grip. Many people start with a wider grip, which is much harder. The further your extremities are away from your body, the harder it gets to pull yourself up. Place your thumbs around the bar. If you never wrap the thumb around the bar, it might feel awkward at first. Even though this is not wrong, the thumb around the bar will help you increase in grip strength over time. Grip strength is often a limiting factor for pull-ups, especially for multiple reps. But it's important to know that your grip strength is also dependent on the surface and thickness of the bar. Therefore, I highly recommend using chalk to get a tighter grip and to avoid a slippery grip. Our starting position is the hollow hang. You might be familiar with a hollow hold on the floor, which is a common isometric core exercise where the butt is squeezed, the core is pushing to the ground, the shoulder blades are slightly lifted off the floor, and your legs and arms are extended. This tension is exactly what we want to transfer to the hanging position. This helps with a stronger pull and avoids swinging while pulling. In other words, we want to avoid a lack of tension, which means dead weight, which makes the pull-up even harder. To initiate the pull, we will first depress the shoulder blades. This step is so crucial and another very common weak point. A great exercise to strengthen this range of motion are hanging shoulder shrugs, which I'm always giving clients that can't do more than 3 pull-ups. This little movement can make such a big difference. The shrug might feel like a very subtle movement in the beginning, but you will increase your range of motion and strength the more often you will do them. The next step is to try a half pull-up. You might be able to get one with the correct technique that I just explained to you. One cue that was very helpful for me is to think of breaking the bar. Obviously, you're not really breaking it, but by initiating this tension, your shoulders and elbows will activate automatically in the right way. If you can do one or more half pull-ups, then I would recommend you incorporating those to get familiar and stronger in this range of motion. The following exercises will help you to get the full pull-up. To strengthen the full range of motion, we need to use the full range of motion. One exercise that helped me and my clients tremendously is the feet-assisted pull-up. The goal is to assist just as much as necessary with your feet. That means you might need more assistance in the beginning of the pull than in the end or the other way around. Try not to cheat and imagine doing a free pull-up initiated by your upper body strength. The next progression of the feet-assisted pull-up is the single leg feet-assisted pull-up. You only assist with one leg. And this is also great to combine with negative pull-ups, where we are strengthening the negative part of the movement. Negative reps, where we strengthen the eccentric movement and muscle activation, transfer to the concentric movement as well, in this case, the pulling action. The goal is to lower yourself as slow as possible. Imagine there is a fire below you that you obviously don't want to touch with your feet. And remember to keep your shoulder blades activated by pressing them away from your ears. All these progressions will afford maximum effort for you, which is why I recommend working in a lower rep range of 1 to 5 reps for those. But it is also necessary to accumulate more volume to strengthen the muscles that are involved in the pull-up. The best exercises that support your journey to your first or multiple pull-ups are reverse rows and banded pull-ups. You can perform reverse rows on a Smith machine or a rack. Use a shoulder width grip here as well and keep your body tight the whole time. Create an angle that allows you to do 8 to 12 reps. The more upright you stand, the easier it is. And the more horizontal you are, the harder it will get. Banded pull-ups are also great to get 8 to 12 reps per set in. That means you should choose a band that allows you to perform these number of reps. Make sure that you're keeping the same hollow position that we want to hold during the free pull-up. Many people do only banded pull-ups to try to get their first one and are wondering why they are failing. This is because the band is helping the most in the first part of the pull and less in the upper part. As a result of that, your shoulder blade activation is and probably stays very weak. And as you now know, the shoulder blade activation is the most important part of your pull-up. When this range of motion gets stronger, your pull-up will come much faster and it will be much easier to get multiple reps too. Now, as you know the right progressions, it's just a matter of time when you get your first pull-up. Remember, every master was once a beginner. And if you really want to level up your workouts, then check out my other videos in this playlist where I'm showing you other technique tutorials and workout inspirations. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video so you don't miss out on my future content.